Hey everyone, welcome to the Google Webinar Highlight Reel. I'm Mitch. I'm here with Bryce Carpenter, Eric Anderson, and today we're breaking down the most important points from our latest webinar on driving more direct bookings from Google using Hostfully. Now, since the webinar wasn't recorded, we want to cover some of the key insights that we learned in case you missed it. So, Eric, let's start with how travelers use Google throughout their booking journey.
Sure thing, Mitch. So one of the biggest takeaways was understanding this journey from initial discovery to finalizing their plans. Google plays a critical role here. With billions of queries a month, Google has fine-tuned its search results to cater specifically to travelers' needs.
Yeah, that's right, Eric. I mean, it's really fascinating how diverse and personalized the search results have become. And I work a lot with customers day in and day out. And it's not just a list of, like 10 links to properties, but travelers can actually discover your listings by browsing relevant keywords in Google search. They can explore destinations in Google Maps and find your properties, or filter vacation rentals in Google's travel dedicated lodging search. So this is really, the evolution of travel and what's happened on Google Vacations. And I wanted to actually share a quick example of what that looks like. And so, for the example today, just went over and did a quick search. Let me pop my screen up here and share that with you guys. Here we go. Did a quick search. This is one of our customers' areas that they serve at Hostfully. And so I did a quick search, just including a keyword for that area and also vacation rentals. You can see some paid ads come up for Vrbo, Airbnb, things like that. But then relatively high in the search results, you see the Google Vacations display, this map that you see, the Google map with different listings and different kind of price points is Google Vacations. And so this is what we're talking about today. So then when I click into the map, it gives me kind of this more detailed view. So on the left-hand side, I've got all the different listings. I can filter and search in different ways. And then as I work through a listing, so I clicked one here. This is a budget-friendly listing with AC. And so as I look down here, I can see some key details about the property, images, pricing. And then when you get down to the booking options, this is really where, the beauty of Google Vacations comes through. So you can see here, not only is there a Vrbo listing for this property, this listing, but the official site, the direct listing here via Hostfully, this customer is pushing their property. And so when guests arrive here, they can see that, they can see the pricing. And when they click through to actually visit the site, then it takes them right through to the direct booking engine and the ability to make a direct reservation without any commissions or extra fees. So it's a really great way for folks to drive additional direct bookings.
Absolutely. And who doesn't love a budget-friendly place that also has AC? So great find in that one. And just speaking of visibility, Bryce, we dug into some interesting research on vacation rental bookers. Can you just go into a little bit on what we learned there?
Yeah, sure, Mitch. Well, there was a big survey across the US, UK, Germany, France, and Spain, and it showed that 52% of people who booked a vacation rental in the last year had also considered a hotel. So, it's a toss-up. It's a flip of a coin on what folks are considering. Now, even a little more detail there, 25% also considered bed and breakfast, and 13% considered camping before choosing a vacation rental, which is interesting. We have customers who have kind of some hybrid camping and glamping options as well, but the top consideration was value for money, then followed by privacy and space. And it's just clear that travelers are really looking for good deals, but they also want a comfortable, private experience that's going to work for their group, their family, whatever their situation is.
Yes, exactly. And those are some really good insight stats. And speaking of another mind-blowing stat, that the search engines were used in almost 75% of bookings. So it just highlights how important it is to be easily discoverable on platforms like Google.
Yeah, absolutely, Mitch. Listings on Google Search and Maps reach over 1 billion users every month. So this means your property can be discovered by a massive audience at all stages, so research and booking. And let's not forget, Google's all about sending qualified leads to your site. They use extensive data to present results that meet users' needs, which is a huge advantage for vacation rental managers.
Yeah, plus kind of back to that stat that 52% of people were considering hotels as well. Google's also sprinkling vacation rentals within hotel specific queries. So your properties, are showing up there as well. And maybe you're getting access to some guests that haven't experienced a vacation rental or haven't had a chance, to try that out. And so it's really a game changer for expanding your search and the guests that you're reaching.
Yeah, that's a huge deal, being discoverable on Google, and ranking high in those search results is a big key as well. And we actually disclose some of that in the webinar on how to rank as high as possible with SEO. And it's pretty straightforward when it comes to listing rank. And basically, it covers price accuracy, needing to ensure that your price is shown on Google and that's matching, the price on your site, including the fees and the taxes. And then, of course, your up-to-date availability, making sure your calendars sync. Obviously, a great option is Hostfully's PMS to keep everything accurate. And then, of course, you can do in Hostfully is detailing all those amenities. Having as many amenities filled out as possible, whether you have them or not, makes a big deal on how Google is going to rank your listing. And then, of course, having your high-quality images. You need at least 8 great images of your property. And of course, Bryce showed a little bit of the direct booking landing page. Hostfully provides a great out-of-the-box direct booking site and works with a bunch of other sites too using our booking widget. And one thing people don't think about as much is capturing those reviews and having them live in your PMS like Hostfully, and having those reviews show up on your Google listing. Google loves consuming reviews, so making sure they're visible on your site is key.
Yeah, absolutely, Mitch. Those are some great points. A lot of them seem pretty basic. I mean, it's what we do as property management professionals, but just making sure that you're going through and dotting those I's and crossing those T's, making sure that you're making your listings as good as possible and as being as thorough as possible in doing that. It can really make a huge difference in how Google ranks and presents your listings.
Yeah, and I'm a little bit biased, guys, but speaking of a good PMS, a great integration with Google, that's why we're here today. That's why we have the webinar. Hostfully, brings that to you, and the ability to, list and push your vacation rentals through that Google platform is a game changer, because in the past for individual property managers, it was really difficult, to build that connection in order to integrate that. And so Hostfully brings that to the table, and you're reaching a much wider audience, right? So we've designed the system in a way to sync effortlessly with Google, ensuring your listings are always up to date, they're visible to your guests, and that searching those keywords that fit your property on Google are going to bring your listings up. And it's one of the few PMSs that is integrated with Google, so we're pretty proud of that.
Yeah, you make some excellent points, Bryce. Hostfully does make it incredibly easy to list on Google by automating much of that process. Everything from syncing your availability and pricing to showcasing your amenities and high quality images. This means you don't have to manually update your listing across multiple platforms, and that's going to save you time and reduce the risk of any errors across any channels.
Absolutely. And another exciting development that we discussed in the webinar is the brand feature. So this is available on Pro and Up subscriptions. And what it does is it allows you to push your brand name and your image to Google. So you can actually get your brand out there in front of customers and increase your brand recognition. So I'm going to take a second and share my screen and walk us through how that works. All right, so you're in Hostfully, and this is agency settings. You'll see tabs up here. You're going to look for main settings. And this field right here, company name, this is going to flow to Google, and it's going to show up as your brand name. So make sure that this is going to be exactly as your brand name is, and that's, is it all lowercase, is it 2 words? So think through that, and you want to make sure to send it exactly as you have it on your direct booking site. And so here you can see the direct booking site. And so what we're trying to do there is match the two so that Google, when that guest finds you on Google, they recognize your brand and they're transferred to your direct booking site, and that same brand name shows up there. So how do we get this brand image to Google? It's going to be agency settings as well. And instead of main settings, you're going to go to the white labeling tab. And white labeling is custom branding. And you're going to see down here in the middle of the page, there's a favicon logo. There's an option to add a favicon. And you can go ahead and add that image here. And you'll see that this image is very similar to the image that is on the direct booking site. And it is actually that image that is the favicon here. So we're going to send that image to Google. And when you show up in a Google search result, the guest is going to see your brand name and your brand image. So it's pretty cool, pretty powerful. It gets you more exposure, and it creates that seamless customer experience for any customer who's searching for you through Google. They're going to see you, your brand, and be transferred to your direct booking site to make that reservation.
Absolutely. What a great way to build your own brand, and basically for free to do it. So, well, that wraps up our rundown of the webinar. We hope these insights help you drive more direct bookings from Google. Remember, being visible and offering value is key.
Yeah, thanks, Mitch. Thanks, Eric. That was fun to just recap and go back through. If you guys have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to any of us at Hostfully. We're happy to help and excited to help you get set up on Google Vacations.
Yeah, absolutely. We're here to help. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day and happy hosting.